Okay, so today what we're going to be talking about is how to use the density triangle to solve for either density, mass, or volume. So the first thing we have to know is that density equals mass divided by volume. Okay, that's our big main equation for today. So sometimes we can put these things into a triangle. And the way that we do that is we split this triangle up into three, okay? And just how these letters are arranged here is how I'm going to arrange them in my triangle. So it should be density equals mass over volume, okay? And when I have this triangle drawn, I can pretty much solve for any of the variations of this equation that I could be asked. So if I stumble across a word problem and I'm asked to solve for density, for example, all I would have to do would be to take my finger, or in this case, my octocorn, and cover up density. Okay, and if I cover up density, I'm left with mass on the top and volume on the bottom, and one variable is above another. We know that that means to divide. So my equation for that would be just what it is here, which is density equals mass over volume, mass divided by volume. Okay. Um, Now there are many other ways that this question, could be asked of me. I might be given a mass and a density and asked to solve for volume. So if that's the case, I just take my finger or my octocorn and I cover up volume, and I'm left with mass on the top and density on the bottom. So in this case, my equation would be volume equals mass divided by density. The third way that I could be asked a problem like this would be I could be given um, a density and a volume and asked to solve for the mass. So I would take my finger or my octocorn and cover up mass, and I'm left with density and volume next to each other. And when that happens, we have to know that that means to multiply. When two variables are next to each other, generally we tend to multiply them together. So in this final case, we would have mass equals density times volume. Okay, so those are the three different ways that we can be asked about density or mass or volume. And all we have to do is draw our triangle and use our fingers or octocorns to cover up the variable we're searching for, the variable we're solving for, in order to figure out how to rearrange this density equation.